Almost always.
And that I don't think comes very recommended, and I wouldn't recommend it. I
Well,
don't know. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've kind of been given this like special, I don't know, kind of special understanding of, I don't even know where it comes from because I'm really not religious, and I maybe it comes from like education of getting a good understanding of, I've got kind of a good idea of like what fame does on kind of like, if we're looking at it from a level of,
were you thinking about this when you were young?
I wasn't thinking about this when I was young, but I started thinking about it at the time where I think it kind of mattered that I could go one way or the other, and that was probably when I was 17 and I bought Dr. Amen's book about understanding, like, kind of, I get it, why I can't get high enough, like, on drugs, and why I end up doing more drugs than anybody else. I wrote a song where one of the lines says, I'll go toe-to-toe like I'm Ali, like I'll do more. There could be the biggest guy in the room, and I'll say, I'll be able to do more drugs than you, but it's because my level of what high is I felt it from, I mean, when you're having 15,000 people scream your name and sing along to your songs, it's like, how you're saying your float tank is getting high without drugs? It's like that, but times a billion.
No, I'm sure.
So it's really hard to come down off that. And I never luckily had a problem with like taking downers to bring myself down, but there was a lot of people around me that was like, just take half of these and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky I didn't start messing with downers.
I think it also might have to do with your head injury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that.
There's a real big connection between people with traumatic brain injury and the need for either alcohol or cocaine or something to perturb your natural state of consciousness.
And a lot of my brain is really, really on. It's got like overactivity. But then again, if you kind of look at the part, that frontal lobe that kind of tells you, yes or no, or stops you from making a bad choice. Mine gets a little sleepy sometimes when I'm not doing, especially when it comes to the diet. When my diet isn't, it's annoying because I do like to, one, I'm country, so I like to eat bad food. I had never, my mom used to get mad if I would tell her I don't want butter. Like my mom is
Butter's
like,
great for you.
Yeah, now I'm fine. But I just remember growing up, my mom, we ate frozen waffles and all that. We don't know anything about nutrition. I grew up on that country diet, and so I learned a lot. I mark a lot of my, I guess, kind of like my grounding in the weight that I have to my diet, to my supplementing, to my maintenance, to the diligence, to the sport that being an entertainer is.
It is a sport.
Yeah, it is.
Are you the boss?